take this. So, as Lori just said, I'm a music teacher. And I've been teaching now for about 20 years. And when I started just teaching preschoolers music. Thank you. As a job during college. And it was something that I fell in love with right away. I really felt a kinship to these little ones. And as I gained experience, I began to teach school-age children. But it wasn't until about 3 years ago that I was approached to teach a class at a middle school. Now, for any of you that are educators out there, you would think that a person would be nuts to teach middle schoolers. It is the most awkward stage in life. Their hormones are raging. There are zits all over their face. They're getting their periods. They care so much about what everybody thinks of them. And so I really was so hesitant to accept this job, but the principal of this one particular school called me and said, please just come talk with me because I have some ideas and I'd really like to see what you could do at our school. So I set up a meeting, and what she presented to me was that they didn't want me to teach general music like I was used to teaching, but she wanted me to teach a vocal music performance class, kind of set up in the same sort of way as American Idol is set up. And my ears just perked up. This was something I had never done before, but it just sounded so exciting. And I don't know if I'm a glutton for punishment or what, but I said yes, and I decided to give it a try. And so I did, and I went to the school, and on the first day there, middle schoolers, well, students of all types, they're like dogs. They can sense fear a mile away. And so, I knew that I had to get my game face on, and I had to go in there and just exude confidence. And I went into the class, I write my name on the board, Mrs. Zorn, and the students started coming in. And at first, it's like this mad rush of enthusiastic students coming up to me saying, hi, music is my life. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for teaching music. We just can't wait to be part of this class. They sit right down in the front row, and they're so excited. Their eyes are bright. They're so excited. And they're there at the class like 5 minutes before the class starts. And they're just talking my ear off a mile a minute, just so thrilled. And I'm like, oh yeah, I've got this. But then, as the bell is ringing, this other group of students just ease in the back of the room. And I just know right then, that group of students, those are the ones that I'm gonna have to watch. I know that they're gonna be the ones that I'm gonna have trouble connecting with. And, they're sitting there, leaning back in their chairs. They don't put their backpacks under the tables that are in front of them, or hang them on the back of the seats like the kids in the front do. Those backpacks are on the table right in front of them, and their hands are kind of inside them, and I know that they're texting and using their cell phones. And anyhow, there's this one boy that's part of this group, and he is for sure the ringleader. And I'm gonna, just to keep his anonymity, I'm gonna call him Bob. Bob, if I was in a comedy show or working in a comedy club, he'd be the heckler. Everything that came out of my mouth, it was a power trip. It was like he was trying to control that room. And he did this thing that I have to explain to you guys. I have a name for this. I call this the chin tilt, and it's very common in kids today. So this is what he does. He folds his arm across his chest, and he gets like this sneer on his face. And to gain support from some poor soul across the room, he'll do one of those. That's the chin tilt. And so he's chin tilting to every kid in the class. And these kids, they either loathe them or they love them. And so he's trying, though, it's like to connect with every single kid just for the support. And really to gang up against me. And I had no idea how to handle this kid. And I just kind of, I would talk to him and in my brain trying to conquer each thing as we went along, each comment. But whatever. It ended up being, it was the middle of the semester. This is going on, like all through the beginning of the school year. We're in October. He's still chin tilting every day, if he bothers to show up for class at all. And one thing that I have learned as a teacher, that if you're gonna get to know kids, it's not necessarily gonna happen in the classroom. So I spend a lot of time in the hallways. And I know that I'm gonna learn things about the kids in the hallways of the school. They're, you learn who they're friends with. You see the cliques. You see who people are dating. And also during that time, it's like the little kiss-assy time when the kids are running up to me in the hallways and they're going, Mrs. Zorn, Mrs. Zorn, Mrs. Zorn, I wrote a song. Mrs. Zorn, can you look at my lyrics? I want to show you what I did. Can I sing a song for you right here, right now? And they run up and they're just so enthusiastic. Except for, the kids from the back of the room. They don't do any of that. But this one particular day, I'm standing outside in the hallway, and here comes Bob, dribbling a basketball, barreling down the hallway, and he's right in front of me, and he pretends to do one of those three-point whoosh, shoots, and, he's so excited, and I was like, Bob, I didn't know you played basketball. And he said, well, he said, yes, I do. And you know what, Mrs. Zorn? I need you to give me a passing grade in the class, because if you don't, I can't play on the team. Oh yeah. I'm like, yes, because the ball was in my court. So I said to him, well, my class, it's an elective, and I said, it's a participation grade. So in order for me to pass you, you actually have to participate. And we can work around that if you want to analyze a song and write the lyrics down. We can do a written project. Or if you're uncomfortable singing in front of the class, maybe you can come up and read some lyrics to all of us. He said, oh, Mrs. Zorn, I promise. I'm going to try harder. I really will. I promise. And so I'm so excited for the next class that I've done it. I've connected with Bob. I've done it. I've succeeded. So next class comes. Nothing. He is still chin tilting at all the kids and doing the same thing over and over again. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe that I'm like, did I dream that conversation? Did we have that? Did we really have that? And anyhow, so Bob, this went on until, skip forward to the last class of the semester right before winter break. And kids are getting up and performing songs. And finally, this group of middle school girls, they decide that they're gonna get up and they're gonna perform Jingle Bell Rock. And they're really cute girls, they curl their hair, they have braces on their teeth, they are the kind of girls that they gloss and powder their noses right before class, and they're bouncy and they're just totally adorable. And so they are singing Jingle Bell Rock because it's right before Christmas time, and it's one of these jingle bell, it's bouncy and cute. So Bob gets up and he goes up to the front of this room with the three girls. And I'm shocked. I can't believe that he's actually getting up. I'm so excited. So they start doing their little thing and singing their song. And Bob is standing there the whole time, arms crossed, sneering and chin tilting every kid in the room. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. He's just standing up there. So we're at the end of the song, and I have to show you how it goes. It goes, that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell. They point at him and he goes, rock. That's it. One word. The class falls apart. We just fall, we fall over laughing. It was the funniest moment. It was hilarious and honestly really clever. I thought it was kind of brilliant. I passed him because he did it. He got up in front of everybody. And I gotta tell you, I would trade teaching at middle school for anything in the world.